Thanks for allowing me to start this off. I should say that I think the basic challenge that I and my colleague face as historians of the non-Western world is how we interject our areas into the disciplines. History is, in fact, in my view, not as global as historians think it is. If you look at different history departments, you will find a heavy focus on national history. Perhaps that's understandable. After all, history was born as part of the modern nation state. It was born to help develop a national identity and to invent, in fact, national traditions. At the same time, I should acknowledge that it's encouraging to see that some universities are now showing a commitment to offer global history courses. And yet, what is often lacking, in my view, is a genuine intellectual engagement with non-Western cultures. What I mean by that is that it's not simply enough to add a descriptive narrative of Africa, Latin America, or Asia, or to look at the non-Western world from the perspective of our own national narratives. What I think we need to do is to actively engage with the discipline's theoretical and methodological approaches. Not only do they affect what we see and how we see it, but they also tend to reinforce what we think we already know. One good example of this is the centrality given to Japan's warrior class, which is, of course, a legacy of the feudal paradigm. So it is to offer a different narrative from this warrior-centered view of medieval Japan that I've chosen to focus on Japan's medieval economic development, which actually stands a very sharp contrast to Europe. So beginning in the mid-12th century, Japan was transformed from a rice economy to one based on cash coins imported from China. For the next 3 centuries, values, trade, taxation, whatever it was, were expressed in terms of copper coins. And this in turn then spurred the emergence of trade cities, new classes, even guilds. And yet, not a single coin was minted in Japan. So this mintingless monetization questions, in fact, prevailing theories in Europe, where minting is seen as indispensable to the growth of the medieval economy. So to put it bluntly, besides elucidating a specific historical process in Japan, I hope to improve scholarly understanding of monetization in pre-modern societies in general by introducing the Japanese case to European specialists, which I will be doing next week.